Hello everybody, this is Pitch Gold Black here, and welcome to Pitch Gold Black Live number 4, in which today I'm going to be finishing off my Abominable Snowmen commentary. I'm going to be commentating on the last 3 episodes of the Abominable Snowmen right here, and like the last one, I am not going to be playing Minecraft or anything like that. I'm just going to be listening to Abominable Snowmen right here. And I've got chat opened up on my PC in front of me, so I may look at that, but I'll be listening to Abominable Snowmen mainly and commentating on it. But anyways, without further ado, let us begin this commentary. And hello to you, Doctor Who toy reviews and autographs. Right. There we go, let's begin this madness. So yeah, here we go. Title sequence. Right, then on to episode 4. If I remember right, the cliffhanger to episode 3 was Victoria screaming. Oh, Donald Trump's back, everybody. Donald Trump's back. Yes, I do love the Abominable Snowmen, Doctor Who toys and autographs. Third favourite story. Really wish it was found. He actually pauses in the meeting room. He's about to go on to another political meeting, talking to him about building a big wall. Yeah, it's interesting to know that the Abominable Snowmen is the has the earliest example of a Doctor Who outtake with Victoria slip falling on her bum in episode 2. Clips uploaded to YouTube, so a really good channel called End of the Lane, who uploads lots of nice little Doctor Who rarities, like behind the scenes or filming of making of Doctor Who, like Super 8mm of like making of a Tom Baker story, I think, or something. Oh, giving me the willies. Goodness me, Jamie. Goodness me. Oh, not a member of Illuminati carrying that big all-seeing pyramid. As I said, I would love this story to be found. I just can't begin to imagine like the visuals. Is that where the zoom-in clip that survives is from? There's like one surviving clip of episode 4, and it's literally a 1 second shot the zoom in on the Yeti face. I think that's more of where in the story it would have been placed in. Again, Padma Sambhavar scared me just then. Oh, so scary and creepy. I was trying to think of who Padma Sambhavar reminds me of, and seriously, compare Sutek to Padma Sambhavar. Sutek from Pyramids of Mars and Padma Sambhavar in this. So like similar in terms of booming voices and stuff. Both sit on a throne as well and are both almighty and powerful. Maybe they were inspired by Padmas in Pyramids. Even more Illuminati, more Pyramids, guys. There we go. Again, there's just so much atmosphere to this story with just there being no music, and there's just like the ambient sound effects, and there's like a humming of a sphere right now, and that's just really creepy without any music. Just the gradual footfalls in the wind on the mountains. It's just so creepy. Oh, there's a PC scan. Bang a rock at it. Bing! Yeah, I can sort of see how people would think that the story is slightly overlong, as this is a bit going on a little bit, but still liking it a lot. Yeah, I can't even begin to imagine what it would have been like with the Doctor or the Great Intelligence using koala bears originally, as there would have been in as it was stated in Millennial Rights, because in Millennial Rights it was stated that apparently that the Yetis or the Great Intelligence was originally meant to use Yetis instead of koala bears instead of Yetis. So where would this story taken place then? In koala bears? No, in Australia. It would be interesting to see if it would have been in Australia with koala bears running rampant, clawing people's faces off. That brings me back to a hilarious YouTube video of a koala bear falling out of a tree and crying. So sweet. Walk up to it for screwdriver. Is that a precursor to the Sonic? Again, just so atmospheric with these sound effects sort of building up and up and up. Just that sort of ambient hum of the sphere. that humming song with the spheres again. I wonder if Mike Oldfield used a sample of them in his album, Music of the Spheres. God, that brought me back to how much of a pretentious cunt that guy is with his opinions. I was watching a YouTube review on his recent album, Return to On the Dawn, and the guy didn't like it, reviewer, and he said that he got banned from a Mike Oldfield review community club just because he stated something negative about Mike Oldfield. Really goes to show how pretentious and, well, not maybe pretentious, but also how anal people can be about their opinions and stuff. Just take the anti-furry community, for example. They don't even like your opinions at all. They just force your opinions on you, which is tragic, but whatever, people are retards on the internet and nothing new. Yeah, I was looking on the Big Finish website the other day, and or yesterday rather, and it turns out that to fall in line with the 50th anniversary of the Great Intelligence, Big Finish are releasing this Countermeasures Series 2 box set, I think, and there's 3 stories in it, and the final one has actually got the Great Intelligence in of the Yetis and whatnot, which makes me want to buy the box set, to be honest. As I'll say this right now, the Great Intelligence is my favourite villain of Doctor Who, which is a weird choice, and as it's fairly anomalous, but seriously, that is the truth. The Great Intelligence is fantastic in Snowmen, Web, Forgotten Son, Time Squared, Night of the Intelligence, and hopefully the upcoming Day of the Intelligence novella, which is going to act as a prequel to the entire Great Intelligence saga, which is due to be released this Halloween, if I'm right, at the end of this month. It's going to be like an origins novella to the Great Intelligence book one. Would love to meet Andy Frank-O'Malley and get Forgotten Son and Night of the Intelligence signed. I will say this right now, Forgotten Son, I hope reviews are not coming, but Forgotten Son is a must-read in my opinion if you like Double Fear like myself. And Night, without spoiling too much, God, this is hard to articulate. As a Doctor Who book overall, it isn't anything outstanding, but as a Great Intelligence novel, it's amazing, and that's this one I'm talking about, Night of the Intelligence. So yeah, would recommend this highly if you're a fan of Great Intelligence and the Web of Fear. It just feels like aftermath novel of it, and this is a really good way of building the legacy on the Great Intelligence, of building upon the legacy of the Great Intelligence. Nothing outstanding, but it's a fantastic novel for the Great Intelligence. I'm not going to say anything else on it, as I am going to be, but I would highly recommend them along with that one other one. Where it's gone? This one. Oh, poo. Would recommend these 3 books if you're a fan of the Great Intelligence as a whole, but read them sort of like one after the other as a trilogy, otherwise you won't get Night at all. Again, so much atmosphere, just that knocking on the gate with just the wind in the background. I mean, it didn't sound like that. There's a wicket gate, but still, that little knocking noise. With no music, is this in a way the Doctor Who ASMR story? Our Doctor Who story. Again, scared me a little there, Papas. So yeah, in terms of what is the canon great intelligence, I would say that it is Snowmen, Web, Forgotten Sun, Times Square Night, and the upcoming Day of the Intelligence, as I don't personally consider whatchamacallit, the 11th Doctor stories with the Great Intelligence canon made a good use of the Great Intelligence in both the stories, but they just good, but wasn't a fan of Bells. But I don't really consider them canon because I just personally consider that this plus the upcoming Day is the canon series. And as I said, Great Intelligence is my favourite villain, and also this acts as a very good finale to the Great Intelligence. I'll try not to say any more on this book, but this acts as a very good finale to the Great Intelligence as a whole, which I will detail more in my review on this. Pretty heavy stuff, the ending to that book, to be honest. Left me reeling quite a bit. One of the Great Intelligence has been many other things. Countermeasures series that's upcoming, just mentioned. Downtime stories, but other than that, has he been in anything else? Oh, where's that one dislike from? I'm just like curious now. Must be that second viewer that's just coming. The other one being myself because I'm looking at this chat on PC. I wonder if that disliking coward is going to talk in the chat. Hopefully not. Oh, and they're gone. Just popped on to dislike my video. Wonder why. Probably never find out because the internet's retarded, as I said. Like, yeah, so far this episode is just a bit of padding, really, it seems. It's good characterization stuff, I guess, and they're finding out more about the grey intelligence and Yeti in this story, but it does feel like padding a bit this episode. Still enjoying it, but still. Always fun, the Illuminati. I was talking to Doctor Forever a little while ago, and apparently his mum saw this story in the original transmission. I'm quite jealous of that. And she remembers scenes that don't exist on video, which is really cool. Could be wrong about that. It's probably ages ago that I talked to him now. Just a random little quip. One dislike still bugging me. Who knows? Probably it is. Probably that fucker Darth 2 Dalek or whatever his name is. Or maybe it's just one Dacia monster. Wanting him to like child porn or something. Oh, here comes room service, I think. No room service. Again, so much atmosphere of just that creeping door. Oh, and that's the end of that episode. That was an interesting cliffhanger. Yeah, that episode. Wasn't really sure on that episode, to be honest. It just felt like just a lot of it was yeah, I don't really know how to feel about the fourth episode that's just finished, and not really sure how to feel about it, to be honest. I just felt like filler, really. I mean, all it seemed like the Doctor and Jamie Webb walks up to the TARDIS, felt, or sort of or sort of walks up to the TARDIS, just sort of figured out more about the Yetis and stuff like that. Really, even though I just listened to it, I mean, it was good and I enjoyed listening to it, but it was just a bit, I don't know, a bit vapid, if that's the correct word. It's like not really a lot of substance to it, but I do remember episode 5 and 6 being really good, so hopefully they pick up. So maybe that's just a minor little dent in this great story. But yeah, on to episode 5. Sounded a little different there. Fraser Hines sounded a lot more cheery that it's coming to an end. It's weird. Come in, my child. You have no alternative. Imagining now a video, I would love to see this episode. Just the veils lifting off of Padmas on video. That would be amazing. Come closer. I was about to make a joke there involving a guy called Jared and who used to sell sandwiches, but I'm not going to because that's messed up. Indeed. Would love to see it, this episode on visual so far, just the veil lifting up off of Padmas and him sort of placing the figurines onto the game board. Covering all grounds. That scared me. Travis just freaking out there. I wonder what it'd be like for a person to have seen a Lost Doctor Who story, an original transmission, then to listen to the soundtrack again. I'd seen this story in original transmission and I'm listening to the soundtrack now. I wonder what the experience would be like. Be right back. The monks and llamas bury themselves in the room. Carl! Carl! There's a Yeti trying to get into our house. Oh, what? How did he get here? I saw you give him his information, our information over Tinder. What? I don't like to date furries. I mean, what did I say, furries? Fuck that up. End of joke. Again, did they have chalk back then in the Tibetan times? Tony apparently just chalked something on the wall. Not really much to say so far. Really hope this gets a DVD release someday, as I would really like to see the making of this story in a way. I know there's like a footage about the story, but it'd be great to see like a full-on sort of making of documentary on the story. Yeah, seriously, what happened to that missing episode at the start of the year? Like, there's two missing partner episodes being found or something like that. What happened to that? Come, my butters. Pornhub. Again, nothing happening. Oh, it's that weird loop to Victoria bit from the story. Yeah, it seems so far that the story's had a really strong first half, but a not so second half. Again, just nothing really to talk about. There's nothing much sort of happening so far in this episode. Hopefully, episode 6 will pipe up. Yeah, so far, I really think 4 and 5 could have been glued together into one episode. So, really just trying to think of something to say, but this episode really isn't giving me anything. Atmosphere's living up to it. It's just a bit slow, this episode, and episode 4 as well, I would say. Just padding really, and as I said, I really feel like I could have been glued together as like an overflow in like 10 minutes here. I wonder if it was a conscious decision back in the day to have 5 6-parters in season 5. I wonder what the thought process behind that was, having a season of 6 stories, 1 4-parter, and then was. See, it's really getting somewhere this episode now. Just the Doctor confronting Padmas in this episode at this point at track 38. But yeah, still a little slow in my opinion this episode. Yeah, it is good, but it's just a bit slow and padded, really. These last 2 episodes, episodes 4 and 5. But it is getting somewhere. Like, I remember that bit specifically there. That Padma Sambhavar stares up at the Doctor and looks malevolently at the Doctor as he leaves. Part. Remember that being fantastic in the novelization. But yeah, as I was saying, episode 4 and 5 feels very padded, so to speak. Why did like the entire plot hole here? Why is Victoria only specifically reacting to the Doctor saying things like, first it seemed like they're directly addressing her, but now it just seems like whenever, but that didn't happen earlier. Because right now somebody flicked a tray and hit the floor, Doctor spoke, and then Victoria reacted to that without being addressed. And earlier, the second time when it happened, it's just inconsistent. Maybe this story will just be a bit better on visuals with more. Or when found as or maybe the story will be better when found because of more visuals to these sort of atmospheric sort of stuff to it. So yeah, probably will be better on visuals like most Lost Doctor Who stories. Can't even begin to imagine what that certain Dalek story would look like on visuals. Which 1, 2, and 3 were brilliant, but 4 and 5 are just really slow. He is getting somewhere, as I said, but still. Imagine if the Great Intelligence took possession of ostriches or something and used them. That'd be interesting. Owls would be amazing. Great Intelligence taking over owls, that'd be a hoot. I wonder how Abominable Snowmen was recovered specifically. I know it was recovered in '82 from a private collection, but how did all of these private what I'm trying to say is how do all of these private collectors get lost Doctor Who? I heard rumours a while ago that some prick was keeping the Celestial Toymaker away from himself. Probably that guy that the Savages hoax. Yeah, just how do they acquire all of these episodes in the first place? From the BBC or what? Something I would like to look into, also research. Dwarf incorporeal, never heard of that word. I must have done because I've listened to this before. But yeah, that was the end of episode 5. Again, as I was saying, episode 4 and 5 have been good, but just padding. They could have easily been glued together into 2 episodes. I can see why people were saying that this could have been a 4-part story. I'm liking it, but it's just padding. It's the first half was absolutely amazing, but now the second half is being a bit weak. But let's just hope episode 6 pipes up. Here we go. On to the final hurdle. Here we go. Dun, 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 I hope this isn't going to be a theme of my live streams, me commentating on stories I loved and at the end of it not liking them as much. Happened with Crusades or Crusaders. Again, such good sound effects work. This sort of sort of bubbling, sort of massy liquid sound effects of the physical form of the Great Intelligence. Again, bursting out of that Illuminati pyramid. I wonder if character options or whoever runs it would ever release a Yeti figurine, because I would totally buy that. Maybe they'd ever release like a Web of Fear figure set, have like Colonel Arnold, a pyramid set, a Yeti with a web gun, and Travers, and somebody else. That'd be sweet. I would totally buy that. Yeah, they've never done. Yeah, they've barely ever done any Doctor Who classic series companions figures, have they? They haven't done Ian. They haven't done Susan. They haven't done Barbara. They haven't done Stephen. They haven't done Vicky. They haven't done Polly. They haven't done Ben. Like, there's so much ground character options hasn't covered that they should have covered. Again, still hoping for that master plan delegate set, because that was so weirdly timed, because Padmas just like made us really orgasmic sounding ooh noise. And I was literally thinking about a master plan there. Yeah, so creepy, Padma. Such a good performance by Wolfie Morris. I can easily imagine Wolfie Morris playing Sutek. I mean, love that. Yeah, luckily enough, I found this at a charity shop a while ago. Little pack of Doctor Who trading cards, and it has the snowmen in it, I think. Or it does actually. Yeah, it has the Doctor from that one stage play, which is odd. Yeah, let's see. There's Patrick Trash from Wilder looking like a paedophile in a way. Very creepy looking. He's like, "Come here, little children, come here. I am Mondasian monster." There's Romana having an orgasm. Victoria having one. Him having one still. Again, Sylvester having one. Where was the Yeti in this? There he is. There he is. So fluffy. Yeah, lots of orgasms in that pack. It's like an orgy session at box. Maybe they called him a faggot, and that's why I killed him. It's a horrible word. I shouldn't even be using it. It's getting better, but it's still sort of falling off the map, this story, for me, unfortunately. Yeah, Target novelisation is amazing. Hello, Pitch. Harry Williams Production says Abominable Snowmen is actually one of my favourite stories. It was as well. Yeah, for some reason it's just not clicking with me today. Maybe I'm not in the mood for it. Would love for this story to be found, Harry, and as you will too. But yeah, as I said, check out these books, Harry. Check them out. They are so good for the grey intelligence. But read them as a trilogy. Victoria, I'm going to send you away with the monks. No, I won't go, Doctor. Didn't think you would. Or did she think they looked like paedophiles or something? Well, the Doctor did have a big penis hat. Well, not the Doctor. Well, he did actually in Power of the Daleks with his stovepipe hat. That was like Illuminati penis. But yeah. Yeah, like oh, whatever, I completely lost that. Yeah, what was his name? Have a phallic hat in episode 2. Guys, Illuminati penis, but whatever. There's lots of balls in this story as well. Intelligence continues to bubble from the pyramid. Even more Illuminati. They were designed to serve the intelligence. Bought Sky Pirates Original Sin and Legacy off of eBay today. Any thoughts? Original Sin, fantastic. Sky Pirates, read a little bit of it. Liked it from what I read. And Legacy is a great book. But yeah, Original Sin is just amazing. Read that next. It's such a freaking good book. Did review it last year, I think, and it's such a fantastic book. My favourite thing is the Doctor licking a pavement, believe it or not. And yeah, the villain that returns is just like unreal. Love how the villain returns. Song saying, how do I get into it? Night has fallen. Again, would look even more amazing on video. Yeah, I like Mad Rising too, Harry. So that's why I sort of liked it. Yeah, read Mad Dogs and Englishmen because that is fucking nuts. Kid you not, the villains in it are actually pink talking poodles smoking cigars with laser guns, and the dogs at one point near the start of the book make the Doctor, Fitz, and Angie dead dogs by literally having them strip naked, walking on all fours with like a collar and leash and everything. It's fucking ridiculous, but I love that book. It's great. How do I get past Padma thing me? I think I'm getting room service, guys. See you downstairs at 8 o'clock if I just Mate, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. Mad Dogs and Englishmen is written by Paul Mars, and Paul Mars is just crazy. Like, it's such a bonkers story. So interested in checking out other Paul Mars' stuff. Yeah, Sick Building is apparently fucking terrible. Didn't you say in his review that, in your review, that he defeated the voracious Claw by burping into the microphone or something? Or a microphone or something. Imagine being there in the room at the time that happens, just like the doctor defeating the voracious Claw by burping. So yeah, Dave Stone is like the Paul Mars of the Virgin New Adventures, I would say. He did write one PDA, which is the Heart of TARDIS, but he was crazy with the Virgin New Adventures. He even made a trilogy called like the Alternative Clockwork trilogy, I think, in the novels Oblivion and a couple of other ones. But as you can tell by the cover of this Beneath Summerfield Virgin New Adventure, he was crazy. Like, look at that guy there. He's like, I think you even might be able to see his bulge on this cover, which is kind of disturbing. But yeah, it's Dave Stone. So yeah, and even the back says Dave Stone lives in London, writes books, and is in no way whatsoever connected with white, straight, right-wing evangelicists from Tennessee. So I wonder if that's him coming out as being gay or something. But yeah, we never know. Correct, Mo. Harry Williams Productions. It literally made me want to be sick. Again, just like I said earlier, creepy as shit story. Had my son before. Have you read Conundrum by Steve Lawrence? Meant to be hilarious, according to Roberta Sherman. No, but very interesting story actually. Recently, I was in a secondhand bookshop, and believe it or not, they had 4 Virgin New Adventures and a certain 8th Doctor. And they had like 4 Virgin New Adventures and a rare 8th Doctor adventure. And the rare 8th Doctor adventure is the only one that I got out of the lot because I wanted to save my money for going. I'm not going on holiday, but I just wanted to save my money. So the rare 8th Doctor adventure that I got in there for only £4 was Alien Bodies, believe it or not. So yeah, I got this bad boy for only £4, which is awesome. And the Virgin New Adventures they had in there was Nightshade, All Consuming Fire, Conundrum, and the Head Games. But yeah, there you go. Karen Davis, who won the 2005 Doctor Who Mastermind. It features a lot of Right. Are you serious? Karen Davis won the 2005 Doctor Who Mastermind. That's interesting because I'm working at Marks and Spencer's at the moment with another woman called Karen Davis. So that is really weird. I thought he said that Alien Bodies is an absolute stroker of a book. So there you go. Imagine that, something being an absolute stroker of a book. It's like one of those fake book covers that you get, like vintage old style book cover. Like you open it up and you put a book inside it, that kind of thing. But instead of it, it's like a hole in the bottom of the book and it's just a fleshlight inside it. That'd be awesome. Found Blood Harvest in a charity shop and currently reading it. It's quite scary. Blood Harvest is quite an interesting Doctor Who book in the sense that it's a sequel for us to goth opera, but a prequel for the Doctor, and a prequel to the Doctor for to goth opera for us, and it's like the other way around with goth opera, or the other way around in general. It's a really weird set of things, but it's like a prequel sequel mix. It's weird. So yeah, and it's by Tone Stick, so it's bound to be good. I mean, he wrote Shakedown, for crying out loud. Yeah, I've heard Doctor Who porn actually exists, like something Doctor something and the Filthy Farlix or something like that. Maybe I should commentate on that. That'd be hilarious. Hello everybody, this is Pitch Gold Black here, and today I'll be commenting on Dr. Fardell and the Filthy Farlix, or something like that. It'd be amazing. Dr. Screw, yeah. Was he abducted by Daleks and got sucked off with the sucker arm or something? But yeah, back to Snowmen. Snowmen is pretty good so far in episode 6, but yeah. Maybe I'm just not in the mood for it today. Might watch it then. Can't be a Doctor Who porn, that'd be amazing. Yeah, and so creepy. Goodbye, old friend. The intelligence is destroyed. Then again, isn't it all the time when talking to Mondasian Monster? You not only rape your brain cells, he will eat them. Again, like I said, such atmosphere to this story with like no music whatsoever. no music whatsoever in the story, and I can attest to that because I've just pretty much finished listening to it. Here we go, here comes the real Yeti. The story just had to end like this with Travis finding a real Yeti. That's brilliant. Homemade Yeti kit. Must be a bit of a nip in here. Yeah, Doctor, you're an outside on a fucking mountain. Of course it's inside. But that was the Abominable Snowmen ending with the Doctor tooting on his recorder. Blowing his own trumpet, if you will. But yeah, good story. Really good, in fact, but amazing first half. Really liked surviving. Second episode, but it does drop off for me a little towards the end. Maybe I'm just not in the mood for it today or something like that. But yeah, good story overall, and it does see like the creation with one of my favourite Doctor Who villains ever, the sort of introduction of it, the Great Intelligence. So, gotta give credit where credit's due. But yeah, fantastic story. As I said, I just love the sort of whole atmosphere to the story, with there like being absolutely no music whatsoever. And as I said in my first part to this, it is much more atmospheric than the Web of Fear, in my opinion. Because I mean, I know the Web of Fear, the London Underground station is like closed off and whatnot, but they like whenever you fall over in like the London Underground, you always know that somebody will be there. Whereas stuck on the mountainside, you know pretty much nobody will be there, and it's just got so much atmosphere to it in this story, and I just think this is a really good story, and sort of gives birth to the creation of one of my favourite Doctor Who villain ever, the Great Intelligence. Just love the Great Intelligence. But yeah, it's like that, Sky. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Pitch Gold Black, dematerialising. Food.